Happy weekend and wish you a great day, dear audience, wherever you are. It's really a great pleasure to meet all of you again. Let's dive in today's session. Let me share the screen. This session is organized by IIU, International Internship University. It's a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality trainings programs and is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. Here we are. Today, we are going to plunge into understanding the workplace management and challenges. I believe that most of you who are watching this session are either employers or employees, or even many home workers are also into self-employment. This session will be useful so that you can expand your business in future. And especially at workplace, we will know what is happening around us. Where do our employers stand? And where do we stand in an organization? Everybody have expectation. When an employee or potential employee, when you are applying for a job, you have your expectation. What are you looking forward to receive from your potential employer? What are your invisible demands, which you put softly to your employers? And at the same time, your employer, when they advertise for a vacancy, they have their expectations too. Now, to make this session more interesting, let's put down in the comments, comment box, what is your expectation? If you are an employer, what is your expectation? And if you are an employee, what is your expectation? You may put employer, your expectation. Okay, let's start with employer's expectation. Can you please put in the comment box now? Thank you. It's fine. I don't see any comments yet about what is your expectation as an employer. It's fine. You can still put in. How about employees? If you are an employee or you plan to work this coming year, January 2023 onwards, you may put your expectations too. Fine, let's continue. Happy employees are a telltale sign of a successful company. In any organization, when the employees are happy, the company will prosper. So when the company prospers, definitely your employer will be very happy. When employers are happy, employees will be happy because most of the employer will do their best to provide the best for their employees. Salary increment, perks and benefits, and many more things to reward the employees. So at the end, each employer and employee are interdependent on each other to have a happy working environment and of course, happy and enjoyable life. Because most of our time, 8 hours to even more than that, 10 hours we spend at work. So we spend more time at work rather than being at home. So we got to be happy at our workplace. Let it be online, virtual, working, you are connected online, hybrid, or even you are present in person physically. So an employee, when the employees are happy, the company prospers. So employers try, they work hard towards providing their employees the best. Again, I welcome all of you, dear audience. I'm Esther, a soft skill trainer and parenting and youth development coach. Yes, we come back again to the expectations. As I asked at the beginning of this session, employers' expectation. Here, I will list out only few of them. There's many more. And if you go in depth, we can get more information about the employer's expectation of the employees. Employers expect the candidate, their potential employees, to have qualification which is suitable for the position. They have to be efficient at work. They expect the employees to be punctual, well-mannered, courteous, and obey the company rules. And a person who is responsible for whatever he or she does in the company. Always be present to work. Don't always take leaves because they put the work first unless it's emergency. Employees, they would expect the employees to work in a team. So the employees should be ready with the right skills to work in a team and with the colleagues. And of course, another important thing is the dress code. In a company, every employees are the image of the company. For instance, when someone walks into an office, they see the receptionist. Normally, the receptionists are very stylish, ladies. Normally, it's ladies. Most of the industry is ladies. They look very stylish, very polished speaking, dress well, and they carry themselves very well. And they're extremely polite to the people who walk into their office. So when all these things, these qualities, the employee who is at the front office behaves, it shows the image of the company. Let's run through these points about what is employees' expectation. Employees' expectations are normally they look for company with good reputation, long in the business, with good perks and benefits, attractive remuneration. They mostly professionals, they look for career advancement, promotions, work balance, and they expect the employers and the colleagues to respect them. They expect trust management so that they can work happily and be productive. And they have good communication with their employers or superiors. Employees also look forward to motivate through encouragement by the employers. Let me show you a simple management hierarchy. They are of course more complex, but there would be some, many of you who are just employees might not aware of this. And sometimes maybe you are aware, but you are not much bothered because you got nothing to do. What is important for you? You get your work done, and end of the month, you get your salary, you get your perks, your benefit, and you are happy. Yeah. So you got to know this, that in an organization, there are not only you and your superior and your colleagues. There are many more people involved in decision making. So normally in a company, there's a CEO, say this is the 2 departments. There could be 10 departments. There could be 100 departments. There could be many branches. So this is a simple one. You can see below the CEO, there's general managers who can be your superiors. And here under them, there are also many departments. It could be many departments. Yeah, administrative, they have sales, marketing department, they have productions, they have many, many more, logistic and all that. This is just to give you an idea. What is workplace management? Workplace is generally, physically, you see the office, physical office. And also what you cannot see, which is workplace management is the process or strategy put in place by the companies of any size, industry, scale, efficiency, productivity, cost cutting, and overall management in a workplace, in an office setting. Means they have everything, including the furnitures, yeah, the place and all that. Workplace management covers equipment layout and space management, as I mentioned just now. There must be enough space to put in all the office automations, furniture fittings. The employees must be comfortable sitting and working, of course, with proper air conditioning, lighting, and all other equipments necessary. Example, we need a good laptop, cameras, lighting, and many other accessories which they need for work, stationaries, and all that. Employee space optimization, how well they use the space. Employees' moral satisfaction, performance, and workplace environment. Of course, this is understood, yeah, because the employees must behave well at workplace. Work ethics are very important. Respecting your superior, respecting your superior. You cannot take anything too personally at work. Yeah. So if you have done something wrong at work, you have to correct it. Yeah. So do not engage yourself in gossiping and with your colleagues and getting angry with your superior, because your superior has a job to perform and your superior is answerable to his superior, his boss. So everybody has to answer somebody in an organization. Safety, security, logistic, automation, seamless workflow, overhead, fixed costs in a company, productivity, financial analysis, how the company is doing, company cash flows, asset management, maintenance of the company, and so forth. So workplace is a process or strategy. The most common type of management pattern, which a lot of us know, are aware, are the micromanagement and macro management. As you can see here, micromanagement, you can only see one person having a kind of key behind him, his back. This means somebody is controlling. Yeah, there is a control over the person. And here, obviously, is the employee of the company. If you see the macro management, you can see somebody who's in very high position overseeing the whole company, the operations of the company. Let's dive in further to see what is all about. What is micromanagement? What is macro management? What are the advantages and disadvantages? How it's affecting an organization? Happy employees are a telltale sign of a successful company. I repeat this because this is very crucial element in any companies. Employees' performance dramatically impacts the success of the company. If the employees are working well, in good health, happy, definitely the productivity of the company will increase and there will be quality outcome. And this will exponentially increase the progress of the business and increase the income of the company. According to the Harvard Business Review, a positive organizational environment has a direct effect on employers, employees, and the bottom line. Yes, if the employees are not happy, there will be a lot of havocs. The productivity will be affected, and the employer have to spend more time in solving problems, which is very unproductive. Avoiding problems are the most wisest way to carry on our life, right? So similarly, in an organization, the employer will try to minimize problems and make sure employees are working happily and they are productive. The Harvard Business Review again states that engagement in work, the commitment of the employees in the company, which is associated with the feeling values, secure, supported, respected. This is what employers and employees look for from each other. Is generally negatively associated with a high stress cutthroat culture. Everywhere, if you go to every organization, there is backbiting, there's gossiping, there's complaint, there's a lot of things going on in an organization, just like in a family. Can you tell me if there's no problem in any family? Big or small, everywhere there's problem. As long as humans are involved, there is problems. So we have to minimize problem, try to avoid problem, and if arises, we manage problem smartly. The same research in Harvard University, they found that unhappy or disengaged workers typically face about 37% of absentees. So when employees, if you see, a manager would know if that employee, that particular employee, always doesn't finish the work, always take leave, either emergency leave or annual leave or whatever, or some of them even go to the extent of taking unpaid leave. because they are not happy coming to work, or either they fall sick. 49% are due to accidents. Accidents at workplace, or accidents outside the workplace, or even at home. So they don't turn up for work. 60% or more due to errors and defects. So when there's a lot of errors and defects at the production department, there tend to be a lot of chaos, a lot of scolding, a lot of reprimand, the superior reprimanding the staff there, correct, giving warnings. All these things happen. Sometimes because of this, workers do protest. So all these matters happen in an organization. Even more, there's many more things happening, but this is all a brief and most common one, so that we have enough time to cover all. Okay, let's see what is micromanagement. You saw just now the picture with the key behind the working man. A micromanagement, of course, is a micromanager does the micromanagement in an organization. This micromanager normally observes very closely and controls the work of the team members they work with. Whoever under them, they watch very closely each and every work they do from the time they walk into the company until they leave. Everything has to be documented, everything got to be reported and all. So let's see further. Due to micromanagement, the employees suffer a lot. Suffer in a sense, not really suffering. If they are ignorant, they feel very unhappy with what's going on. They find that they cannot trust their superior. They cannot trust their fellow colleagues. They cannot work together with their fellow colleagues. And they see that they are always being controlled. Day by day, more and more control over them. They find that the leaders are becoming too bossy, their superiors. And this makes them very unhappy and drag their feet to work and fast to go back home. Once the time is up, 5, I'm going home. If it's 5, I'm switching off my laptop. I'm not going to work after 5. It's done. This is the attitude. Lack of self-sufficiency. You can see the employees become very unproductive. They are not interested in work. Yeah, diminishing performance, lack of leadership trust. They don't trust their superior because they see them, look at them negatively, either because their superior is being very unreasonable to them, very pushy, watching over their shoulders every minute, every second, or sometimes it's because of the employee themselves don't understand the work order at workplace. 5 signs micromanagement at your workplace. These are the signs. Let's see. In micromanagement, there's no delegation of work. Normally, if that person is in charge of the department, most of the work is being done by the person. No delegation to their staff under them, because they find that sometimes, as you know, nowadays, employees make a lot of mistakes at work. Even my own employees have done this. I'm an employer for so many years. I'm an employer for the past almost 15 years. So I have met hundreds and hundreds of people and my employees who work directly and also indirectly with me. So I know how does the employees work in an organization, what is their expectation, what is their demand from the employers. And of course, nowadays we see with so much of gadget addiction, too many distractions, TikTok, Reels, social media, employees tend to focus on that. So that is the main reason why they make a lot of mistakes. Next, details bother. Because the superior, in micromanagement, the superior will be taking note of each and every work which you do. And a lot of paperwork involved because everything needs to be documented. So you know that you are in a company, you're under micromanagement. Ignoring others' opinion. Normally in this organization, they tend to ignore others' opinion, and the superior or the manager in charge will make their own decision. And if you're in a team, you don't discuss with your colleague. You make your own decision and impose your own ideas. This is micromanagement as well. Discouraged by others. They normally discourage others to make decisions. When making decision, they want to have the full control and make the decision themselves. They don't ask others' opinion. Next, they also focus on unimportant matters. Because of this, a lot of time, they cannot achieve their goals, organizational goals, workplace goals. Micromanagement is not much favored by most of the companies. They are here, that's listed about 7 dangers. There are many, many more, but these are 7 dangers of micromanagement. Development of employees. Employees become too dependent because everything, the orders, the direction comes from their manager, their superior. They cannot do anything on their own. They cannot make decision on their own. They cannot solve problem on their own. Everything should come from their superior. Loss of control, yeah, similar to this because they are always controlled by their superior. Maybe sometimes even to walk out to the washroom, they are given 1 hour, only one time. You cannot walk more than to one time. So employees, not all employees understand why their superior impose such control over them. Just imagine if there's no control at all at workplace, what will happen? You can see one by one the employees walking out to the restroom to go and scroll through their social media, make phone calls, and etc. And go and have smoking and all that. So all this in a company, there should be a control just like a family. Exhausting. You can see micromanagement is very exhausting because a lot of paperwork is involved. Everything needs to be documented, as I mentioned just now. Everything got to be reported. Loss of trust. Because of this, the employees lost their trust with the superior. High turnover. When the employees are feeling very unhappy, they tend to look for other job. They feel demoralized. If they are insulted before their colleagues, they feel demoralized. And this leads to high turnover in company. And now it's very, very high in every company unless you are paying them very well with all the perks and benefits. Nowadays, employees look for high salary, perks and benefits. Yeah, so they put aside what they can give to the employer. They only think about these two. I'm not telling it's negative. We all work for money. We need money to survive. But we got to see the person on the other side, which is employers. Micromanagement ruins creativity because they can't decide anything. They are being controlled. They cannot voice out anything. They cannot give suggestions. They cannot make decisions. they cannot solve any problems which they face so that they can improve in their performance. So they are not, normally these workers are not creative. And this destroys the leadership quality in that employees. What are the effects of micromanagement? Let's see, lack is interrelated with the description I gave earlier. Lack of trust. The employees suffer lack of trust. Lack of engagement, I've explained just now. The leadership is no longer effective. Do what was told. Your employee will not do anything more than what is told. They just follow your instruction. Sometimes they don't even follow your instruction. You ask me to do this, I will only do this. Not more than that. It's none of my business. I don't care. This is the attitude. Because you are micromanaging them, they feel very unhappy. This is what happens when employees are unhappy. Lower productivity. Of course, it will. When the workers are unhappy, it will affect their productivity. This is all happens. And of course, increased control. So when you have this situation, the employees suffer high stress, depression, low self-esteem, which directly affects the performance of the employee, the department, and affects the company. Now we go to macromanagement. What is macromanagement? Macromanagement is a hands-off leadership style which gives employees control and autonomy over their work focused on team. Employees have the liberty to make their decision, plan their work, because they normally work in team and they know what to do. These are normally mostly all the top management employees. They know what to do most of the time. Under macromanagement organization or department or management style pattern, the employees have more trust towards the employer because given autonomy to make decision and problem solving. Because of this, the employees become very innovative. They pitch confidently and think out of box, and also good at problem solving, happy to solve problems. In long-term strategy, they focus on big picture and long-term goals. Increase in accountability and responsibility because they are happy. They will do everything on their own. You just have to tell them. Increase in quality and productivity. When the workers, employees are happy, the quality improves, less errors and defects. And of course, the risk management is present there. The manager will know how to minimize errors and defects at work and be more productive. If you see this force, actually there are many more signs of macromanagement. If you want to know whether there's macromanagement, there's many more signs, but here are 4 signs I'm sharing with you. Goal setting and dot connecting. If you see in an organization that you see your superior, your company is more focused on goal setting and dot connecting. Doing this, after this, doing this, this is the stages, these are the levels we have to do, this is where we are moving towards, this is the direction, everything. So you know you are in a macro management. Giving employees control, yeah? As I mentioned just now, decision-making, problem solving, delegating work and teamwork. This will increase the trust. Managers and leaders leading by example. Yeah, your superiors. Normally the employees are very happy because their leaders, they have good leaders who are good example for them. Effects of macro management. What are the effects? Increase in productivity, employee innovative, enhances employee engagement at work, easy to keep work standards, whatever standards, rules, regulations are given to the employees, they can follow through it very well and happy to follow it, achieve company and departmental goals. Sometimes you have company goals, you have departmental goals, and also personal goals as an employee at work. You have your own life and also at work. So you have two lives. You have to have two goals as well. By the effects of this good effects, yeah, something very good is about macro management. There are most of the time there are training skills due to the long-term goals to achieve and all. So they have good salary rise, perks, because the company is doing well. When the employees are very happy, the company will be doing well, and the employees enjoy good salary and perks. There are many more benefits, of course. Stress-free. There's always certain degree of stress at work because you have deadlines, but the stress is at very minimal. Now, let's see what is the danger of macro management. Wow, can you see the picture here? It's actually, I don't know how bright, it's not very bright, it's very light, but it's on a scale, lopsided. Yeah, this picture is on a scale, lopsided. You can, under macro management, the employees feel neglected. The managers become the taskmasters. If you get a good manager, fine, he knows how to delegate the job very nicely. He knows how to treat the staff very well. But how if you have a manager who has a very low IQ and EQ? Employees' stress level, yeah. If the manager is become too pushy, too much of work, which the employees can't handle, they suffer high stress level. High bureaucracy, yeah, everything had to be documented, everything need approval. The employees cannot do anything simply. So this will delay their work. Miscommunication between the employees and their superior, and even with their officers. Employee no empowerment because they do what has been documented, what according to the rules and regulations set. And because of this, most of the time they fail. They can also fail to meet deadlines. Let's see, micromanager. Micromanager, of course, is in a micromanagement, and macro manager is in macro management. So you can see how macro managers, they want to dictate how to accomplish a task. This is what they do. Whereas macro manager are more concerned about the end products and delivery of the work, the job. Directive from the micromanager, it tend to be instructions and decrees, whereas the direction from the macro managers tend to determine the destination and direction and let others figure out how to get there. Again, when it comes to procedures under micromanagement, the managers themselves have concern about the regulation, processes, and other administrative issues. Whereas under macromanagement, the possibilities will be micromanagers focus instead of opportunities and create a compelling vision for the future. In micromanagement, they become mentors. Mentors, what do mentors do? They guide. They lead you into doing something successfully to improve yourself. Whereas under monitor, you are monitored. You are told what to do. If you are doing something wrong, you will be corrected, giving warning, and it could be even harsh on you. Demotion. Compliances, micromanagers ensure that processes have been followed and results delivered. They want to see the results. Commitment. Under macro manager, they seek commitment. Under micromanagement, they seek clearing house. The micromanagers serve as orchestrators because they are the one who telling what to do, when to do, up and down, what to do, everything. They give direction. You know, just like a music orchestra leader there. Whereas in macro management, they seek collaboration to make any job successful. Now let's see. Message to entrepreneurs and managers. Yes, according to Steve Jobs. Before that, let me ask you this question, dear audience. You can put in the comment box. Now, what can we conclude from all that I've presented from the beginning for the past almost 40 minutes? What did you gather? What can you conclude? And also from this, what stuff Steve Jobs mentioned here, it doesn't make sense to hire smart people and then tell them what to do. We hire smart people so that they can tell us what to do. Yeah, we employ them. Normally in top management, every companies, most of the companies, they want skillful people, people who can make decisions, who can work independently. Yeah, so if you are an employee in a company, know who you are. And you've got to understand what is going on in your organization. So from here, what you can gather, you think which is good, micromanagement or macro management? Can you please put in the comment box? Macro management or micromanagement? Yeah, I would like to see the comments. Micromanagement or macro management? Which do you think is the best? You like to work for a company and you want your superior to micromanage you or to macromanage you? Again, as an employee, if you are working under a production factory where you make equipments or gadgets or something, of course, you need to be micromanaged to ensure there's quality and you can achieve the departmental goals. Of course, we choose macro management. Normally those in higher management, they prefer macro management, and they are those who are at the lowest level in an organization, they need to be micromanaged. But of course, got to be very lenient. The managers must attend to their workers, staffs very smartly, and they must show empathy. At the same time, they must get the job done. Now we are coming towards the end. This is the message I would like to give to the employees. Every employee, as you have your expectation, the employers have their expectation. When your expectation meets the employer's expectation, there will be a happy environment, and the workers' turnover in a company will not be so high, and you don't have to job hop all the time. Because by job hopping all the time, you cannot enjoy good salary increment, good appraisal. You cannot learn any job. Now, sometimes you don't have qualification, but when you're at work, you can learn a lot of things and you can upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. So job hopping is not a good idea. You have to consider a lot of things before job hopping. It's not only your salary and perks and benefits. Please conform to the contract that you made with the employer. Remember, employees, when you accepted the job, you have agreed that you will accept certain salary, certain perks and benefit agreed between you and employer. Then why should there be complaint? Do not compare yourself with your fellow members at work, your colleagues. Do not compare. They might have better qualification. They might have better skills. They might even doing something different than you are. Their goals can be higher than yours. So their salary definitely will be higher than you. So please don't compare. If you have a problem, talk to your superior. Always talk to your superior, whatever problems you have. And before you talk, think it over many times. And the way you approach should be very polite and put forth your problem nicely so that you will get a good reply. Qualification, always upskill yourself. Don't be satisfied with the certificates you have. Make sure you have all the skills which you need to enhance your promotion, your progress at work. Because if you have better skills, you can perform better. It's easier to get promotion, salary hikes, better perks and benefits, and many more. Even your employer would spend money to give you extra trainings. Why I mentioned here get certification? Because you need to have certification to confirm that you have done it. Because if you just go and learn at just freelance without any certification, maybe what you learn is not a complete thing. Many certain parts only you are learning. But if you go and learn, take up the courses in a proper organization and get the certification, it will be a complete according to the levels. Be punctual at work. Don't give excuse because your employers are paying you. You want better salary? Be committed. Behave well. Always be ethical at work. You got to be diligent at work. As I mentioned just now, no gossiping, no slandering at work. This is very unhealthy. If you have an issue, please talk to your employer, not to your fellow colleagues, and then making it an issue, and there'll be an inner fighting between employees. Then it can affect everybody's work and cause you to be very unhappy to go back to work again and make others, everybody else unhappy. So this is a very serious matter. Avoid gossiping and slandering at work. Performance. Learn about your job. If you're given something, try to do better. Try to do more things. Don't say, oh, this is my job scope. I only do this. I will not do anything more than what is agreed. Please don't have this attitude. Then you have no reason to get salary promotion or salary increment or any extra perks and benefits. Please bear this in mind. Now my message to the employers. Keep your contract with the employees. Employers, please, whatever you have stated in the contract, please establish it. Because your employees are the one who is going to help you to get your works done. Provide conducive working environment. Make sure there's proper lighting, office automations. Yeah, like nowadays we need a good Wi-Fi. Don't give them a slow Wi-Fi and get them to work, get everything done fast. Yeah, everything. Please provide them whatever they need to give you a good work. If you give them a poor working condition, the result will be bad. So you have to expect that. Provide necessary office automations, as I mentioned just now. Rewards. If your employees have done well, please reward them with increment, bonus. You can give them more training so they become more skillful. Yeah. Medical benefit, extra benefits. Not only MCs pay them for the doctor's fee, give them insurance so that they'll be more happy. Give them these rewards. You can also award your employees with company loans so that they can continue their studies, they can upkeep their skills, get housing loan, they can get a better vehicle, yeah, all this. So it works both ways. There are so many points other than this, but because of time constraint, this is what I could give to you. Now, is there any questions which you would like to ask me? Please put in the comment box. Wow, so many of you commented. I wish, but I don't know why I cannot see all the comments here. Never mind. Okay, if you have any questions, dear audience, please, you are welcome to connect me at Esther Mala, my Facebook, Instagram, and also DM me at Instagram, and you may send an email to this email. Yeah, I'll be glad to assist you whichever manner I could. Please feel free. Thank you for your precious time, and till we meet again. Thank you.